Well, how about y'all? This is Daniel Nicholson and Maddie Nicholson with Nicholson Farms, and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be catching all our little bucks that we didn't get banded the other day, and we're going to be banding those. I think we have 3 that was just a little bit too big for our bander that we had, but we purchased another one that's a little bit bigger, so hopefully it'll fit. If not, they're just going to stay intact, I guess, and we'll raise them out. But we also have 4 little bucklings up there that we're going to be raising out. 2 of which we're going to be using as cleanups, and the other 2 I just want to see how they grow out and potentially sell those as herd bucks to somebody else. But we got our cage loaded up. We're going to be bringing those 4 down here behind the shed. They're going to be joining in with Clyde and Thunder into our, I guess, little buck pen, guy's pen, whatever, where sirloin is as well. But we're going to go up there. We're going to see if we can get all the goats caught. And like I said, we only have 3 that we need to band, and we got 4 more that we need to catch. But we're going to take the truck up there with the crate and see if we can do this. See if Maddie can get beat up again. She got pretty beat up last time, or a couple videos back.
All over my legs.
She got pretty beat up a couple videos back when we worked all the goats. She was holding all the babies there, kicking around. Hopefully it won't be that tough today. Like I said, we only have 3 that we got to castrate. So we're going to get the truck up there, see if we can get these goats caught. Do this as quick as possible because it's only about 80 degrees today, but it is super, super humid. And I'm sure we're going to be sweating, so we're going to try to get it done soon. That went nice and easy. Maddie's got our first contestant, actually. This is one buck that I was really kind of wanting to grow out, but we're going to castrate him. His mom is this big red doe right here. She kind of got down about 2 weeks ago or so. She had a little bit of a bottle jaw, so it's just not any kind of genetics that I want to use as a cleanup buck. So he's going to be castrated today. He's really nice, actually, but we're going to go ahead and castrate him so he can stay in the herd with his mom. I need to cut that ear tag out. I guess it got a little too close to that ear. It's kind of just pulling against it. I don't think I have a knife on him, but I need to check in the truck before we let him go. Open the gate, baby. This one and the one that's in the truck right now, we're going to use. Yeah. Don't look there all the way, baby. So this little guy, we'll explain why we're keeping who we're keeping here in a minute. We're going to keep this guy intact. He's going to go down to the billy pen.
Stop.
And off camera, we went ahead and loaded up these 2 guys just because we called them. We got 1 more to catch that's going to go down there. And we got 2 more to band. Another one we're going to band. I was really wanting to grow this one out, but we just got too many that we're going to grow out now. So we're going to go ahead and castrate him. He is probably the biggest out of all of them. He was a single, so that kind of has him as an advantage. And his mom's got a little bit of milk goat in him, so he had a lot of milk to choose from. And also, that one right there, we're going to go ahead and band him. He's a twin to the one that you just saw us band.
Does it fit? Okay. Okay.
This is what you're looking at after you band them. You want to make sure both testicles are in there. There's one, there's the other. We're missing both of his teats. He's good to go. He's on the way to being a steer goat.
It's okay. Is that his mama?
That's the mama of the 2 that's in the truck.
That little boar Billy looks so different than all the rest of them.
Good to go.
Rivers, no. Sit down.
So I'm probably just gonna let these guys out because our other bucks are coming over to investigate. We'll let them out and then we'll kind of talk about why we kept each and every one of these guys. Sit. Come here.
Ben.
Too many dogs.
Come here.
Sit down.
Sit down.
Psst, psst, psst. Hey, goats. Hey, goats. Let's go. Rivers, come here. Sit down. You're going to get butt whooping. Sit. Sit. Psst. So Clyde, meet your children. Children, meet your dad. Clyde is the father of all four of these little bucklings. These two over here, there's two reasons I kept one of them. The one that's kind of a little more spotted up, a little more white on him. He is pretty much 100% Kiko. You know, our buck right here, Clyde, is his dad, 100% Kiko. His mom is supposedly 100% Kiko. I don't have any papers on or anything, but he's gonna stay intact, so hopefully I can sell him as a commercial Kiko buck. I think he's worth a little bit more money to me that way than whether I just sell him as a meat goat at the auction. This other buck has kind of got an Oreo look to him. He's just massive. He grew out real well. His mom is the daughter of this guy's mom. So pretty much the same bloodlines, just a generation down. Another reason I kept him is he's been causing some trouble over on the neighbor's property, getting his head stuck. So at least in here, I can keep my eye on him if he gets his head stuck. I don't have to walk over 20 acres to go get his head unstuck. These two guys right here in the back are twin brothers out of that a doe that I'm about to show you here in a minute. They are 50% Kiko and 50% just whatever I had growing up. These two guys, both, their mom, I'll explain all of it on their mom here in a minute. But their mom has been in the herd for a long time under my management. She survived. She hasn't got cold out. She's probably about 6 or 7 years old and still producing good. Two healthy looking kids. I really like that spotted up one. And they're not really related to anything else in the herd. That's another thing. Whenever I was kind of looking at it, I'd love to use this guy right here, but he has like 3 or 4 aunts in the herd and also a grandma in the herd. So main reason for those two guys. Also, their coloring the other day looked pretty good. They're 1x1 teat structure. So a lot of things I'm looking for in a young buck. We're hoping Clyde can get the job done, and these guys don't even do anything, to be honest. My plan is to put Clyde in for about 3 weeks by himself, and then we're going to throw these two guys just kind of clean up behind Daddy. So we'll just have to wait and see how it goes. This doe right here, this red one with no horns, she is the mom of the two little bucklings that we're going to be raising out as kind of cleanups behind Clyde. The reason I chose her kids, number one, she's been with me a long time. I probably had that goat for about 6 or 7 years now. Raised her from a baby. She stuck with me. Whenever other goats died from worms or got culled out, she's the one that stayed, and she's still part of the herd. So that's number one. She can survive under my management. Another reason is she's not really related to anything in the herd. All the other nannies I have, the ones I really like, I've kept their daughters. So those two Kiko bucks that I showed you a minute ago, their moms, their aunts, and their sisters, cousins, they're in the herd already. This doe right here just didn't have any. She really hasn't had many doelings in the past, and so I haven't really kept any of them. So that's number one reason, just so I don't have to worry about inbreeding, and hopefully it'll work out for us. So typically I do like to do fence line weaning. This is technically weaning for all four of these guys and their mom. That's a high stress time. Typically I like to put the mom and the kids right across the fence line from each other, so they can get used to weaning, being able to touch noses. But where the bucks are right now and where the goats are, or the does are in the rotation, it just wasn't worth it to move all these guys next door to them. And also I'm having to move the does through several pastures to get to the neighbor's property to graze in the afternoons. So haven't weaned like this in a while. I think it'll be okay. We're just gonna watch these guys, make sure they don't get too stressed, keep an eye out for coccidia or stuff like that that'll creep in whenever they're really stressed. If we see any runs, we'll put these guys on some cord to kind of control coccidia. They were dewormed a week ago, and so they should be fine. They got company here with Thunder and Clyde, and hopefully they're gonna just grow out to be some nice fancy bucks. The two that we're not gonna use as cleanups will probably be here for another 3 months or so, get them about 6, 7 months old, and then I'll start advertising them as kind of commercial Kiko bucks. I just like to hold on to a couple bucks every year to grow out, to see what they turn out like, and just make sure our program is going in the right direction. If we're not raising something here that we're proud of, I'm not going to sell it to somebody else. So I just want to make sure we're doing that. Typically you sell your weaned kids at 3 to 4 months old, and you never see them again. You never know what they turned out to be like. So I just kind of find it fun. So that's about all we've got for you today. We've got our 4 little bucklings that we're going to be growing out back here with the bigger bucks. Hopefully they'll settle in this afternoon, not miss their mamas too much. I'm sure there'll be some hollering back and forth over the next couple days. The moms will soon forget them, and they'll soon forget about the moms, just probably about a week or so. But we also got our other 3 bucklings castrated. They're good to go. We don't have to worry about any breeding up there. We want to make sure those doelings don't get bred too early. Also, we don't want our moms getting rebred, especially by their son. But we don't want it to happen anyways, because we like to schedule our breeding where all our kids are dropping at the same time. But like I said, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Really appreciate y'all hanging out with us. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and leave us a comment, and we'll see y'all on the next one.